What's going on, everybody watching this? This is going to be a short video. Has to do with WrestleMania. Kind of a WrestleMania topic. I put out a poll on my Twitter early Saturday morning, and, well, I got enough votes where it said yes, people would be interested to see me do a video about this topic. What is it? Well, let me get a drink here. The topic is that off the top of my head, nothing in front of me, nothing. No paper. This paper is UFC 196 review notes. That's all I had in front of me. I got nothing else in front of me. This is off the top of my head in memory. Because I'm a long-time wrestling fan. Been watching since I was 3 years old. 1987. So, if you want to know how old I am, do the math. I was 3 years old in 1987. Or when 87 started, I was 3. Anyways, this is off the top of my head. I'm going to talk about every single WrestleMania WWE Championship title match and who won and who lost. That's what I'm going to do. Starting with, WrestleMania 1. There was no WWE title or WWF Championship title defense at WrestleMania 1 because the champion, Hulk Hogan, was in the main event. On to WrestleMania 2. Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2 defended against King Kong Bundy in a cage. Hulk Hogan was the champion. He defended and retained the title, defeating King Kong Bundy. On to WrestleMania 3. Hulk Hogan, still the champion, going into his 3-year title reign, over 3 years of being champion. Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 3, defeated Andre the Giant to retain. On to WrestleMania 4. As I said, this video is me going off the top of my head, giving you every WWF, WWE title defense and who won and who lost. Doesn't really, I'll just say who won because you'll be able to tell by who lost because I'll say it. So WrestleMania 4, the title was held up and put on the line. It was put on the line in a tournament at WrestleMania 4. The Macho Man won the tournament. He became the champion. WrestleMania 5, WWF title match was Randy Savage defending against Hulk Hogan. We all know the Mega Powers exploded at WrestleMania 5 and faced each other. And we're feuding up until WrestleMania 5. So, Randy Savage lost the title to Hulk Hogan. And Hogan became the new WWF champion. And it was a pretty good match. Again, I have nothing in front of me. This is off the top of my head. This is all right here in my brain. All this information. Because, how do I know all this? It's pretty simple. I've seen every WrestleMania, and I grew up a hardcore wrestling fan. So that's how I still know all this. WrestleMania 6. Hulk Hogan defended against the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior wins and becomes the new WWF champion. WrestleMania 7. Sergeant Slaughter was the champion. Sergeant Slaughter defended against Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan wins, becomes the new WWF champion. WrestleMania 8. Macho Man Randy Savage would get a title shot, and Ric Flair would defend against the Macho Man. Macho Man would win the championship at WrestleMania 8. That was great, because I'm a big Macho Man fan, so I loved it. Him winning the title. And Ric Flair was a short-time champion, but he was a great champion also. WrestleMania 9. Bret Hart was the champion. He would go into WrestleMania 9. Bret Hart defended against Yokozuna. Yokozuna wins the title because Mr. Fuji basically cheated through salt in Bret's eyes. We all know that. Yokozuna then pinned Bret 1, 2, 3. Yoko's the champion. Out comes Hulk Hogan to check on Bret because Bret was screwed basically out of the title. And then Bret is pointing, telling Hogan to go in the ring and fight Yokozuna. Then Mr. Fuji gets on the mic and says, "You want a title shot, you yellow belly cow." I don't think he said coward. I could barely understand Mr. Fuji's English. He goes, "You want a title shot, you yellow belly? Get in here." And Hogan got in there, clotheslined Yoko, dropped the leg, 1, 2, 3, Hulk Hogan. Bret Hart lost the title to Yokozuna. Then Yokozuna loses it to Hulk Hogan in like under a minute or whatever. Yoko probably held the title only for 90 seconds. So pretty pathetic. But I was happy because I was a huge Hulkamaniac. So I was happy. I didn't care that Bret lost. I was happy to see Hogan win it and WrestleMania as champion. Again, I was happy to see that because I was a huge Hogan fan. So, WrestleMania 10. Yokozuna was the champion. He defended against Lex Luger. Defeated Lex Luger because Lex and Bret both won the Royal Rumble that year. So they both got title shots at WrestleMania 10. First time ever in WrestleMania history, we had the title defended twice. I guess the title was defended twice at WrestleMania 9 also. So that's probably where they got the idea to do it at WrestleMania 10. So Yokozuna defeats Luger. Then, in the main event, Bret Hart defeats Yokozuna to win the WWF title. WrestleMania 11. Diesel was the champion. He defended against Shawn Michaels, his former friend, and he was a bodyguard to Shawn Michaels for years and years, or 2 years, or however long it was, 93 to I guess November or December 94 is when Shawn and Diesel broke up. So Diesel defends, and pretty shockingly, Diesel retains the title because a lot of champions do not retain the titles at WrestleMania. Because WrestleMania usually crowns new WWF, WWE champions. They usually have a new champion crowned at the end of the show to go off the air with excitement. And that makes a lot of sense because it's the biggest show of the year. So there should be a WWE title change, my opinion. Anyways, Diesel defeats Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 12. Bret Hart was the champion. Defended against Shawn Michaels. Iron Man match. Legendary, great Iron Man match. One of the greatest WrestleMania matches in history. Bret Hart loses the title to HBK Shawn Michaels. I was very happy because I was a big Shawn Michaels fan. He was one of my favorites in 96. 97, WrestleMania 13. Sid is the champion, defends against The Undertaker, loses to The Undertaker. WrestleMania 14, Shawn Michaels is the champion, defends against Stone Cold, loses the title to Stone Cold. WrestleMania 15, The Rock is the WWF champion. The Rock loses to Stone Cold Steve Austin. WrestleMania 16, Fatal 4-Way is where the title was defended. In a Fatal 4-Way, Triple H was a champion, and pretty shockingly, Triple H retains the title. And then a month later, he would lose it at Backlash to The Rock, with help from Stone Cold at Backlash 2000. WrestleMania 17. I almost forgot which WrestleMania I was talking about. WrestleMania 17. The Rock defends the title against Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock just won the title at No Way Out 2001, defeating Kurt Angle. And then The Rock loses it at WrestleMania 17, the next pay-per-view after No Way Out. So The Rock loses to Stone Cold again at WrestleMania for the second, or the 2 out of 3 years he loses to Stone Cold. WrestleMania 18. Chris Jericho is the undisputed champion, defending against Triple H. Triple H wins the undisputed championship by defeating Chris Jericho. WrestleMania 19. Kurt Angle is the WWE champion, defending against Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle loses the title to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19. WrestleMania 20, Eddie Guerrero shockingly retains the title. And I was glad he did. Eddie retains against Kurt Angle and does not lose. WrestleMania 21, JBL loses a WWE Championship to John Cena, and John Cena's first ever title win. First ever WWE title win. We know you'd have many, many others after that. WrestleMania 22, John Cena defended against Triple H and retained the title. WrestleMania 23, John Cena retained the title against Shawn Michaels and defeated HBK in a very good match. WrestleMania 24, Randy Orton, I think, was the champion. After WrestleMania 24, it gets a little bit iffy for me on remembering. But I'll try to remember. If I'm wrong, you can write a comment under this video if I get one of these wrong. WrestleMania 24, Randy Orton defended against Triple H and Cena, and I believe he retained the title. WrestleMania 25, Triple H defended against Randy Orton and retained. I know that. He retained. WrestleMania 26, Batista was the champion. It's hard to remember after 24. Batista was a WWE champion and lost it to John Cena. WrestleMania 27, The Miz was the champion defending against John Cena, and The Miz retained the WWE title, I believe, by disqualification. Or maybe defeated Cena, I don't remember. But The Miz retained the title, which Miz versus Cena was one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time, in my opinion. It was very, very lame, and nobody cared. WrestleMania 28, CM Punk defended against Chris Jericho, and CM Punk retained the title. WrestleMania 29, The Rock was the champion. Before WrestleMania 29, The Rock defeated CM Punk for the title. So The Rock loses the title to John Cena at WrestleMania 29. WrestleMania 30. This is very easy to remember. I'll never forget it because of who won. WrestleMania 30, Randy Orton was the undisputed champion and the WWE champion. He had both titles with him. And then they got rid of the World Heavyweight title. We all know that. At the end of the year. I believe at the end of 2014. So, Randy Orton defends against Batista and Daniel Bryan in a triple threat. Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship. WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 31. Brock Lesnar is the champion. Defends against Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar loses the title because Seth Rollins cashes in, and I believe he hit a curb stomp on Roman Reigns and pinned Roman Reigns, I believe, or he hit a curb stomp on Brock, and Brock fell out of the ring, and Seth Rollins pinned Roman Reigns and cashed in and won the WWE Championship or maybe Rollins pinned Brock, I don't really remember, but he won the title. Most important thing is Seth Rollins cashed in WrestleMania 31 and he won the title, and WrestleMania 31 ended with Rollins as champion. It was a great ending. It was a great show. So there it is. I'm finished. This was my video of me basically telling you every WWE title defense, every WWF title defense at WrestleManias. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy and at NXT WWE Guy. Bye for now, everybody.